Welcome to the TACO Knights podcast. I am Keikoa, and this over here is
Rochacho, Pokemon Master.
He has been the Pokemon Master.
Pokemon Go. Go.
How you been, sir?
Pokemon Master.
You can't tell our show is infected now.
It's your fault.
It is my fault. It's my fault that I infected him.
I don't know what you're talking about. It's all you.
Yeah, that's me. I'll take that. I guess we'll just go straight into our question then.
Okay. Go on.
So, recently, a new game, Pokemon Go, was released. So, in honor of that, which we will get around to, who is your favorite Pokemon? Who's the one that you always gotta have? Like, if it's available, hopefully, in your version, because they keep changing them. So you never know if it's available. What's the one that you always get? You always seem to have in your party whenever you play the game, or you try to get? Or does it change?
Magikarp.
No one expects the Magikarp.
Pikachu.
Pikachu?
Pikachu.
That's the one?
It's because of the TV show.
Oh. Yeah, that makes sense. When you play Pokemon, do you build a team of ones you like or ones that will win? Or do you try to mix and match?
A little bit of both.
So you have the ones you like. Like, I like this one. You're on the team. Magikarp. Team Magikarp. Okay. Let's see. Who do I usually get? I think the one... Mine's is usually Kadabra. Well, eventually. So I usually start with an Abra, but I usually always try to get a Kadabra because when I play, I always want to build the strongest team to win it all. So my favorites are the strongest one or the most well-rounded team. Like, it's like, what do I have covered? Okay, I got this covered. Like, I'll actually look at the list of what wins against what, because I always forget by the time the next Pokemon comes around. So I always try to build a team, and usually it has to do with what's available for that game. Because I think later games you can't get all the originals. Like, some of them you have to transfer all the way up. But I'll always play to win. That's how I roll. But for the longest time, Psychic was always like the strongest versus mostly everything, like in the earlier generations.
Okay.
They didn't have really, they just were ridiculously strong, and they didn't really have weaknesses. I think they were weak to Bug, but who has Bug type? So later on in the series, they created counters to it. Like, I think Dark type is immune to psychic attacks, so they balanced it out. But the earlier generations, they were just completely overpowered. So I always went looking for a strong psychic Pokemon. You can usually get an Abra early, level it up, get a Kadabra, and then, well, I guess eventually an Alakazam. But that's if you had a friend to trade with, which I never really did. So Kadabra.
Huh. Interesting.
Did you name your Pokemon?
Name?
Like, because you can name all of them. Did you actually take the time to name any of them?
Yes.
Okay.
I named Pikachu.
So you took the time to delete the Pikachu it wrote in there automatically and then wrote it back in there?
And insert like a smiley face at the end.
Because it's a happy Pikachu.
Yeah. No, I had fun with the names.
Okay. I never named any of mine.
Yeah, you did.
Never did. Like,
You
now,
had
because I
your-
always
your
needed to know what
Diglett.
it was.
You had a Diglett.
A what?
Your Diglett?
My Diglett?
Yeah. His name was Dirk Diggler. Anything? No?
It's not that kind of show. Dirk Diggler. Terrible. I keep it clean
No, you didn't.
all the time. 100% squeaky clean. I would never. Did you keep playing them every generation, or did you kind of like? Did you play it back in the day, like when it first came out? Did you guys have Game Boys and
I
stuff?
had a red version. My brother had blue version.
Ah.
And it was a very big time sink. Just sucked all the free time away.
I can take this on the go. I never have to interact with people. Brilliant.
It was like the cell phone before cell phones.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So did you have the yellow one, the Pikachu edition one, right, where you actually had Pikachu following you around?
Yep. Had that one. Started off with Pikachu. Ended up getting Charmander, Squirtle, Bulbasaur.
So since you and your brother,
kind of like copying Ash's team.
ah,
And then after that, so those are my 4, and then I had 2 more that I kept switching out.
it's like you guys are, you guys can be switched out. This is my team. Yeah, these
Can
guys.
drop a Mew in there.
Because why not? Well, because that was when Mew was. You couldn't get it unless you went to special events.
Or you had a Game Shark.
Or you had a Game Shark, yes. It was there in the code, but you couldn't actually get it unless they let you get it or you found a way to get it yourself.
Or you did the glitch. Or
You
you
did
get
glitch?
Pokemon number 152 or Pokemon...
But it didn't give you. It either gave you missing no,
Yeah, that's it. Missing that.
or like this, or you can also get this like level 2, or you can glitch out I think your last one, it was like level 255 or something, because it was in the code and you could glitch it out and it'd be this ridiculously overpowered thing because numbers, haha. But yeah, it was big. I remember playing the game. I don't remember which one I had, but like that was also when the cartoon also came out here too. It's good times.
Yeah.
But all that, fast forward to now, to yesterday, I think they released Pokemon Go for mobile devices. And basically, it's a game that makes you go outside. In theory, they want you to go outside.
It makes you get up and go.
So basically, you go out into the world and you walk around and you catch Pokemon. And then you drain your battery and then it dies. Your phone.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. You mentioned it was a very battery intensive. It's not only sucking up your time, but sucking up your battery.
Yeah, because in order to catch the Pokemon, you have to have it on at all times whenever you want to play the game.
And you have the camera on. For
You have the camera.
Augmented reality.
You have the GPS on, and it's constantly syncing, I believe, with the servers. So it's just data, I don't know how much data, but mine is unlimited, so I'm really appreciating that now. But all those things are constantly blasting out of your phone. So it's only a matter of time before it dies, and you're wandering around with this on, But I mean, it's really cool because it literally gives you a reason to go outside. Because Carrie and I have been like, we should go walking more often, but you find reasons not to. This actually got us to go outside. Probably not the best time of day, though.
At midnight?
I think I was working late yesterday, so I didn't get home till late, and then we were playing the game. We were just like, let's go find stuff. So this is 11 o'clock at night, and we take her, like, her nephew is like, I don't know, 12 years old or 13 maybe at this time. It's like, let's go out to the dark street where nobody is, just in Gardena, which isn't the best neighborhood in the world, but totally like, yeah, this is cool. So we're walking down the dark street, because the street she lives on is kind of a main street-ish, like it's Old Town, but so it's kind of a main street. So in the game you can catch Pokemon, but they also have what they call Pokestops. And they're like already, there's spots on the map where you can go, and if you stand near them, you can collect items from them. So it gives you a reason to walk towards specific buildings. Like usually there's a lot of churches that are Pokestops, but it's also other places. And on the game, you're in this you see this map, and you see your character walking around on this kind of GPS version of wherever you are. And they have Pokestops, like these target things that you can walk towards to get items and stuff. So it gives you a reason to walk towards them. And as you're walking around, you sometimes run into Pokemon that you can catch. And so we're walking around, and there's nobody on the street, and there's no one parked on the street because everyone is probably in their house, as they should be. But we're wandering around, the three of us with our phone, kind of just staring down at our phone at the map, waiting for it to vibrate if you get a Pokemon, or walking towards the Pokestop so we can get some items. We're just walking up the street, and it was weird with somebody, like we were near this one place, was one sandwich shop, and we were like waiting there trying to get the Pokestop. Like we couldn't get to work at first, like you have to walk up to it, be in the area, and then it allows you to get it. You have to spin this thing and it gives you the item. So we're sitting there looking at our phones trying to get this to work, and somebody pulls up, and like I said, there ain't nobody around, but they pull up kind of in a parking space kind of next to near where we are, where I'm thinking, it's really weird. Should we be on the move or something? Is this going to end badly, kind of thing? And this Japanese woman, I guess, she's not like, she's someone who you wouldn't expect to see all of a sudden just come out, park, gets out of her car, locks the door, and just starts booking up the street, looking at her phone. And then I'm like, oh, she's playing too. And it was so weird. So you have us just wandering up the street, looking at our phones, like trying to get these things. You have this girl on the other side of the street, apparently doing the same thing, just randomly, just out of nowhere, just decided to come over to this area and just do that. And as we're walking, one other person passed us. He wasn't looking at his phone. So we're like, that's supposed to be a normal person.
But then his wrist was flashing and he had a Pokemon bracelet, right?
Well, he had a phone, but he wasn't as into it as we were, trying to see if there was there. So I'm like, oh, this must be a normal person. That just happens to be walking home or something. Because, and he's like, as he passes us, like I think he sees us looking at our phones and makes the connection. It's like, don't take over my gym, we hear from behind us. Because in the game, there's the Pokestops and there's also gyms, which you can you can defeat the person that's taking it over. Like there's 3 teams in the game. So at level 5, you get to pick which team, red, blue, or yellow. And then the gyms, like any team can take it over. And then if another team, someone else wants to take it over, they have to battle that gym out of a different color. So at the time, none of us were high enough to do anything about it, but it just was really weird that the only people wandering the streets at this time were all playing this game, Pokemon Go. But it was interesting because it got us to actually go outside and walk around. and have fun doing it. Like, you weren't really even paying attention, but the problem was that, yeah, it kind of really sucks on the phone, so you can't really go very far. So some people were like, so next up will be the Pokemon Go themed battery pack, probably, that you would carry around with you, because it's almost a necessity if you really want to go somewhere and use it.
Themed battery pack?
Themed battery pack.
So you just buy a battery pack off the internet and put stickers all over it?
I guess so. Because the game's a free-to-play game, so...
Skin it to look like a Pokedex.
Yeah. I think you'd probably sell something like that, actually.
Copyright.
Yes, copyright TACO Knights. But they do sell an accessory, actually, for it. They sell, like, this Bluetooth thing that you can wear on your wrist, or, I think, clip on somewhere. I think it's supposed to vibrate when you're near a Pokemon, because your phone, like, you have to have the app on to even catch anything. So you constantly have it on, and then the phone vibrates. I think it plays a sound. I turned my sound off, trying to reserve as much battery as I could to keep the sucker on. And then you look down at your phone. You look at your phone. You're trying to find out where it is, and you tap on the Pokemon. It takes you to another screen. And this is the augmented reality portion you were talking about, where it's the Pokemon is out in the world. It uses your camera and just puts a Pokemon out there, so it's like you're battling it in real life, I guess. And then at that point, you can throw a Pokeball at it and try to catch it. Now, unlike the game where you just throw Pokeball, it throws it at the Pokemon and attempts to catch it. You actually got to try to hit it with you got to fling the Pokeball with your finger towards the Pokemon, and you've got to hit it.
So if you fling it too hard, it goes past it. Fling it too soft, it doesn't reach it.
Left or right, just goes who knows where. So you actually have to try to aim. So it's really sad because I'm not very good at it still, so I'm just flinging Pokeballs all over the place. But the problem is the Pokeballs are not unlimited. You can get free ones from these Pokestops, so that gives you a reason to go to them because you can get them as free items. But this is a free-to-play game, so they got to make their money somehow, in theory. So microtransactions it is. So you can buy their coins in the game and use them to buy more Pokeballs. You could buy other stuff to like increase the chances of catching a Pokemon or having them show up, because they're not just all over the place, but you can like use items to make them show up and such. So that's how they kind of try to get you to spend money. But if you're patient enough, I think you could get away without using money.
Yeah. I think there's always a way to get around it. It's just you're limited, or it takes longer.
Well, you
get certain things.
The coins you can only get one way, I think, that I've heard of, and that's to take over the gym. Or I think if your team has the gym, you can train there. So if you put Pokemon to defend the gym, I think if after 20 hours, then you get some coins. So you have to hold the gym for a certain amount of time. But other than that, I don't think you get them any other way. But at least there is a way to get them. Like, you don't have to pay, in theory. But
and I think the intent of the game is to get you to places where you normally wouldn't go. Like, you came here and then you said, oh, there's a stop. And it's at a historic park. And like, oh, you've always seen it, never went there. Now there's a reason to go there. Pokemon.
The interesting thing about the places like that they have, the Pokestops they have, is because the company that put this out actually had a game before, or I guess they currently have it, called Ingress. I don't know if you've heard of it, but it was kind of like the same theory. Like, you actually go out and you take over nodes and stuff. Like, you choose a side, you choose a team, and you want to try to take these nodes for your team, and then it's kind of like a battle, but it takes place on using the GPS, using basically the same thing, except the theme's different. But for these nodes and stuff, they actually crowdsourced them. So they had people send in like places, but they had to be like kind of historically or kind of something special. You couldn't just like tag your house because it's awesome. But so that's why they already had a bunch of places. They just kind of ported over the nodes from their other game and just used them as these Pokestops. So they don't have to come up with a bunch of new ones. But the funny thing is, you get a lot of churches. There's like, in her neighborhood, there's about 6 Pokestops and they're all churches. Buddhist church, Jehovah's Witness, Presbyterian. And that's what people have been noticing, that there's a lot of like kind of places like that. And some of them are just like interesting murals that, like, if there's a wall mural, someone might have tagged that as kind of like, oh, that's a special thing. One of them was a rock, a memorial rock, but yeah, that's how they get them. But the problem is, it's nice for urban areas where there's a lot of just stuff around to tag, I guess. But apparently one of the complaints has been people that live in rural areas. They kind of have to really go out of their way to get to a Pokestop because there's nothing tagged. Like if they live in Nebraska and there's just farmland, they don't live in the city, there's no Pokestop near them to like get items.
But you will find other interesting things. Did you hear about the news about this one girl? She was playing Pokemon Go and she found a dead body in the river.
Play Pokemon Go, find dead body.
That was today.
See, you get to explore and see the world.
I was trying to get a Pokemon from a natural water resource. She jumped over the fence to go towards the river in search of a Pokemon. I was walking towards the bridge along the shore when I saw something in the water. I take a second and look and realize it was a dead body.
At least she didn't trip over it. Because that could have happened. Because you're just not paying attention, even though it tells you to pay attention.
What kind of Pokemon is that?
You just look at your screen like, what the was that? Oh, Pokemon. She could have easily missed it. That's what I'm saying. It's easy to just like not pay attention. But she found a dead body. And the other running joke is you're playing the game and you're just wandering towards like, ooh, there's a Pokestop way over here. I'm just going to go wander over there. And you end up, you're like, when you look up, you're like, where am I? It's kind of like the joke. It's like you ending up in dark places you didn't want to end up in because you're following the nodes.
The darker places, you end up dead.
Like, but I got it.
You're just walking along, staring at your screen, fall off a cliff somewhere or something.
It was funny because I was reading a Reddit post about somebody who played, I think it's Ingress, whatever it's called, but basically the other game. They were giving tips for people now playing this game because it kind of uses the same concept. And one of the tips they were saying is like, bring a paper map with you. Because when your phone dies, and it inevitably will, you won't have Google Maps to direct you back wherever the heck you came from and got lost in if you need to find your way back. So it's like, it's useful to have a paper map because then it'll be a map you can use when your phone dies because it's going to die. Oh, and he said also buy a battery pack, which is funny because I think one of the deals of the day for Amazon is a battery pack.
Yes.
I think they know. But as fun as the game is, it's been having a lot of problems, actually. You just started servers? Playing it, but yeah, like the servers keep going down because it's just getting hammered by everyone just because it just started yesterday. So I think I did the day before was for Australia, but then the United States got it yesterday, and the servers keep going down. I think so much that I saw a post on Twitter, I guess, from the chief chief technology officer of Amazon did a Twitter post about it, like asking, he's like, if you need some help, we can help you out with that. I wanted to catch that drowsy. And then it just shows a screen of server unavailable. Please try again later. The screen that it shows when you can't connect to the game. So even they're playing it. So I think a lot of people are playing it now because it's really interesting and it really gets you out there. I like it. Gives me a reason to go outside.
Someone got a date off of it. Story goes, I was walking around the town after dinner trying to hatch my eggs, but instead of hatching eggs for some reason, my walks didn't register. Oh well. Caught a few Pidgeys and one Eevee, nothing special. I was about to start walking back home, then some girl asked, hey, are you playing Pokemon Go too? As well.
Oh.
Then we just started talking about Pokemon. I didn't play Pokemon past Ruby version, so my knowledge of Pokemon is a bit dated, but I think we had a good time. Her Pokemon Go collection was far superior than mine. She already had a Zoltan. I swear I meant Jolteon. And Flareon. Well, I had 2 sad Eevees in my bag. But the important thing is I'm meeting her again tomorrow. I asked her out on a date and she said yes. Thank you, Pokemon Go.
There you go.
Getting people out there.
Like that one girl we saw. Like, it was like, oh, that's cool. She's playing. And then it was funny. By the time we were passing her car, she had actually disappeared. She must have wandered down a side street, but like we were passing by and she was like leaving, and it's like, oh, it's like you're playing. It's like, oh, glad, happy hunting. And she's like, oh, you too. So it's nice out there, you know. I guess maybe once you get into teams, it's like, screw you if you're on the other team, maybe. But I don't know how mad you could get because you're both kind of in the same boat of nerdiness. Like,
I don't know, nerd rage is pretty serious.
I guess, but you are on the same boat. Regular people are looking at you like you're the weirdest thing ever, regardless of what team you're on.
Well, you were looking at people like they were the weirdest thing ever too, right? You say you saw some people in a morgue or cemetery.
Oh, Carrie was saying that. Carrie's coworker said they saw people hanging around a morgue.
Staring at their phones.
Yeah, staring at their phones. Although, like, when we were walking around last night, we were, like, waiting to do, like, we were in front of one of the churches. It's another Pokestop. But we couldn't get to work, so anyone passing on that street, because people are still driving down the street, it's kind of a main street, so every once in a while a car would pass, but they just see us, me, Carrie, and her nephew, like, sitting there staring at our phones at 11:30 at night in front of a church for some reason. It must have looked really weird. Like, I can't imagine what they were thinking. Like, where are those?
Like, should we call the police?
Are they up to no good? It's like, well, they don't look like terrorists. If they are, no one would see them coming. But, I mean, you just got it, like, after we got here.
Well, I downloaded it yesterday, but I never opened it.
Yeah, that's a good plan.
And then I opened it when you got here.
That's not a good plan. You strike me as the kind of guy who would go out of his way to go somewhere to get them. Because, like, there's nothing near here. But, like, if you go to, like, that's where, like, the urban versus rural
Disneyland?
is. Like, if you go to somewhere major hub,
Disneyland?
might be able to get something. I don't know. I'm not saying. Maybe, but Disneyland would or any theme park, I'd assume.
That's very far.
Would have a lot of
Hogwarts?
Maybe we're checking out. I mean, I've seen people on
Redmond,
Facebook
Washington?
doing meetups. Like, so-and-so is going to be at this event. And it's a meetup for the Pokemon Go. I'm like, and this is before I had it. I'm like, I don't get it. Now I'm like, oh, I get it. Because I think one of the items you can use in the game is like something to lure Pokemon to your area, but it works in the area. So if like one person uses it, everyone in the area benefits from that. And I think it might be stackable. So if you got like 40 people in there and they all use it, in theory, it's just raining Pokemon, I'm guessing. But it gives you a reason to like go socialize or at least hang near people and then stare at your phone. But I'm like, it's bringing people together. It's getting people out. It got us out. If it just would stop crashing and the service would be down more often, it'd be awesome.
Yes.
Is how I feel. There's no Pokestops around Ben's house though, so That's kind of a bummer. He's gonna have to go further out. He's gonna have to go to Disneyland. What are you here for fun? No, Pokemon.
Well, that's almost like bringing a DS to Disneyland. Just to get all the spot passes.
Spot passes, right. But
like,
see, that you could just leave in your pocket and then pick them up, pull it out.
Yeah, but then you have to clear it out like 10 minutes.
Well, yeah, with that many people. But this one, I'm curious, actually. If you go now, how many people are you just going to be staring at their phones? Well, more so than usual. If you just go to Disneyland. Or any theme park, actually, for that matter. It's like, and you'll know, you'll make eye contact. If you take the time to look up from your phone. I don't know how long it's going to last. I mean, maybe it'll just be big now and fizzle out. Because, I mean, there's only so much you could do with it. But for now, I want to catch, like, the rarer ones. Like, I didn't see anything super rare, but, like, I've seen people catch, like, online catching, like, a Dragonite. Or, well, at least seeing them. So, I don't think you can catch all of them, I guess. Like, I don't know which generation, how many they have. Like, I think it might be either first and second generation Pokemon, but not like the 700 or however many there are currently. Mercifully, because that's why I don't, whenever I play the new Pokemon, it's like, gotta catch them all. I'm like, no. When there was 100, okay, we can do this. We could, take the time and say I got them all. But now, you're just like, gotta catch them all. But I need a second job. And even then I couldn't even do it. So kind of, but this, I think it doesn't have that I don't know. I think there's a certain set. So you can, in theory, catch them all. Although there's no trading yet in the game. There's no multiplayer interaction yet. So you really got to catch your own Pokemon. Go get your own Pokemon.
Yeah.
So you got to get out there and hoof it. But slowly, I guess, because although we caught some on the way here, driving on the freeway, I wasn't playing, but Carrie was.
But I can see how that would be a problem. Like that one girl who was driving, and then parked and hopped out of her car. She's actually like on the freeway. It's like, hey,
you're kind of going too fast on the freeway, but on surface, I did catch 2 or 3 Pokemon on the way home from work to my house. I was like, they popped up, like I had it on my leg, so it vibrated. And I'm like, oh, a Pokemon. So I looked down, like tap the Pokemon, and I pull over to the side. Safety first. Catch my Pokemon, then pull safely back into traffic.
One of those people.
Yeah. See, I didn't try to catch it and drive at the same time. Although I did catch one at a stoplight. I caught it before it turned green, so it's okay. I'm okay. I'm in the clear. I actually missed one at a stoplight. It's like, ooh, and then it turned green. I'm like, oh well, can't do that.
I don't know. Nintendo stock went up 8.84% so far.
It's now the question
Just
is, what do you do
game.
with it? Yeah, because I mean, it's interesting, but where do they go with it? I mean, they got everyone's attention now.
They're pretty creative, so hopefully they come up with something soon.
Right. Well, first, hopefully they spend the money to get them servers to stay up.
I don't think they anticipated it was going to be this big.
I want to say I'm kind of surprised by that, because everyone seemed to be pretty positive about the announcements that they've been doing. Although I admit I had forgotten about it. When I saw the announcement a couple months ago, I'm like, hey, that looks cool. And then I forgot about it until someone's like, oh, it's coming out. Like, what?
Well, this is after their Miitomo game, too.
Well, Miitomo game, sort of game. Like, Miitomo, I couldn't really get into it because it felt like the other social network I was joining, as opposed to, oh, there's games. Like, this one feels like a game. Miitomo felt like Facebook with my me. Sort of. But I wonder what they're gonna do with this, because everyone's talking about it, and once they get the servers set up, where do you take it? You got people up and around and willing to go out and hang out with other people. What are you going to do with them now? And you got to do it quickly, like you said, while people are still playing.
Can't say.
Well, I think one of the things, because I was reading some of the threads, and I think one of the things they need to do is try to do something for people that don't live in major cities, or even not even rurally, but like even in the suburbs, there's not a lot of places to go or landmarks or stuff, or sorry, Pokestops in there. Like if you were in like Manhattan or like probably downtown LA, there's like a Pokestop like every like foot or something. You could be in the vicinity of 3 of them at the same time, and it's full of Pokemon. So it's like, oh yeah, they'll want to keep playing until they get burned out by the game. But you got somebody who lives out in, like I said, Nebraska or somewhere like Oklahoma or in the middle of it, not even in the city, or like, but they want to play, but they got to drive way out to even. They were even saying that they weren't even getting any Pokemon showing up like in the area. So someone was saying like, well, what if you had like, it was like the game where like in major cities there was a lot of Pokestops, a lot of places to get free Pokeballs and stuff like that, but if you wanted to get like the rarer Pokemon, you'd have to go outside, or not even just, you'd have a better chance of catching them outside of the city. Like you had to go on a trail or in a forest, or actually go out of your way. Because in the trailer they have people just like kind of like somebody's out like on a meadow somewhere or out on a mountain trail somewhere, and people have been saying it's like, yeah, I was out on the trail in the middle of nowhere, I didn't get nothing, I didn't get one Pokemon. It's like, that's exactly where you should get the Pokemon, because then it gives you a reason to go out to those places.
I'm on a boat.
I'm on a boat. So,
but I don't have connection to a server.
Womp womp. But that's the problem. People currently.
There's a Gyarados signal loss. Damn it!
That is one thing that's cool about the game. In theory, it's supposed to be if you're near water, like you'll see more water type Pokemon. If you're near.
What about a swimming pool?
Well, I got a Horsey, like the seahorse one, in Gardena in the middle of like that was weird. What was that doing here? Oh well, so it's not perfect. You can catch weird things in different places, but I think
horse out of water.
So there was a pool somewhere. I caught it in the pool, but I think that's one of the things that can help, at least for people that, if you live in a city, it's easy. You just actually, for some people who live in the city, they don't even need to leave their house. They're close enough to like a Pokestop to just, because it refreshes every 5 minutes. So you're just like, 5 minutes, more items. Huh. And they're catching Pokemon in their living room. Because,
lucky bastards.
Yeah, they can. So, but then other people, they got to go like 5 miles. Like it's almost like I had to get in a car to go get a Pokemon.
We're looking to buy a house. How close is it to a Pokestop?
Yes. Is it registered very closely? Oh, there's one in your living room, which some people had.
Wow.
There's a Pokestop in my living room.
No, I think this is kind of more of a starter of what's to come for this year. Because remember how last year they said, sorry, we don't have anything in 2015, but in 2016 you can expect a whole lot of stuff. The Pokken tournament for the Wii U,
mm-hmm.
And then they re-released Pokemon Red, Blue, and Yellow for the eShop.
Right.
And that was their 20th anniversary, and I think that's kind of why they were saving everything up, so it's a big Pokemon year. And then Pikachu's going to be at Build-A-Bear. They're going to re-release the original Pokemon trading cards.
Wow.
And then Pokemon Sun and Moon coming out for the
this year?
DS, 3DS, yeah.
Oh, man. So then I can walk around with my Pokemon Go and play my Pokemon on the DS.
I have a feeling it's going to tie into all that.
That'd be strong. Because there's no advertisements in the game, too, either. That's the other thing. It's free to play, but there's no advertisements. Usually free to play has,
Good
the
guy
pop-up.
Nintendo.
They didn't. There's no bottom one. There's no pop-up. They're like, if you like the game, buy some of the stuff. And you don't even need to buy the stuff if you're willing to take your time. you can actually get it all. Good guy, Nintendo. But yeah, they got the people now. I mean, I keep hearing about it all over the place. I actually see people playing the game out in public. I don't know where you go with it, but now that you put all the lines together, yeah, it does seem like they had a plan in mind. They were like really, really working it.
Are you gonna buy a new version of the 3DS? The new 3DS?
Another one?
It's skinned with the either Charizard or Blastoise. You can buy a red or blue version. Comes with the game pre-installed. You get both cover plates.
Man.
Worth it?
Well, I like
if you
the
already
one
bought
I
it
got.
through the eShop.
Yeah. Well, because the nice thing even about the eShop ones is before, like the red, blue, and yellow,
Yeah.
you, in order to get your Pokemon from there to the current, like it's kind of almost impossible, to be honest. But I guess there was a way by using cables, Game Sharks, this, that, and the other. It was possible to move it all the way up to the current generation, but it wasn't easy. Like, you really had to own each one and really had to want them. With these eShop releases, they're right there. You can transfer. You'd have to play it again, obviously, but you can transfer all the Gen 1 ones directly into the newer ones without all the shenanigans of trying to figure out
Shenanigans.
how you're supposed to connect them all together. So that was smart. You like get people playing the games again. You get that nostalgia of like, oh, I remember playing this when I was younger. Nostalgia. That always works to bring in a couple bucks. I didn't buy it, but I will probably buy Sun or Moon. Whichever one Carrie doesn't play, I'll play. I think she's going to play Moon, so I have to play Sun. But I play every one of them. Although I play to win, so I like when I play, it's almost like I'm looking at who's best this game, my team, and just trying to get through the game. Carrie plays it differently. She actually legitimately tries to catch them all. Like, she'll stay, like, in the last one, or I'm not even sure if it's just the last one, but they had, on the map, you could see which ones you'd caught in an actual area. So you could tell if you missed one, there was like a shadowed Pokemon there. So she'd spend the time to make sure she caught everyone in each area, in the area before moving on. Like, that's dedication. That's hardcore. She didn't get through much of the game, like, because she was, like me. I'm just like next gym, Elite Four, champion, done. Next game, kind of thing. Just like, which ones do I need?
But there's so much of the game you missed. So much.
I definitely do not catch them all.
I'm not a completionist.
Not even close. I will finish the game, but definitely not these new ones. And plus, like, I always wondered, I'm not even sure if you can catch all of them between the two games. Like, they say to catch them all, there's like this, I don't know if there's an achievement in the game or something, but to catch them all, you actually have to go back to catch them. Although I think the last one, they had something where it was like a portal thing. Like, after you beat the game and everything, it's like an extra thing where, like, portals would open up and they'd take you to the special Pokemon from the other games. Like, the ones that were on the cover of the game. Like, so you could go back and catch the special ones that were only in that specific game. If you were so inclined. Once again, not that hardcore for Pokemon. Don't know anything too much about the EV levels and stuff like that. Like the really nitty gritty stuff. But yeah, always had fun with it. Look forward to the new one. Ones. But yeah, I think it's a good thing, and I look forward to driving around and trying to find Pokemon. Yay.
Pokemon Go.
Yes.
Go. To be a master. Pokemon Master. There we go.
There you go.
So, final verdict.
After one
You
day.
recommend everyone download it after one day of review?
After one day of review. And that's not being able to play because the thing keeps going down because of server issues. But if you like Pokemon anyway, it's fun. It might wear off quickly. I mean, that's why I was kind of saying I want to see where they go with it. They've got everyone's attention, but I don't know if there's enough there to keep going for a good amount of time. It might just be an easy novelty, like you'll easily get tired after a certain point in time. It's hard to say. And there's no, like I said, there's no multiplayer, there's no battling, there's no trading. There's no real interaction between any of those people you meet. You can't really do anything currently. So until that happens, you're just kind of like everyone's just wandering around playing the game. I guess. Separately, but together. Separately together. But yeah, I'd say it's free, so there's no reason not to get it. Not to give it a try. At the very least, it's free, so go ahead, give it a download, give it a try. Who knows, you'll get hooked. Maybe you'll actually be forced to have some exercise, like me.
Some of that nostalgia. Rekindle that fire.
Just in time to get the new Pokemon. Maybe that's all this is leading up for, just to get the hype going.
Fire that burns with the heat of 1,000 suns. Pokemon Sun.
Suns.
And Moon.
Moon. So I got nothing for Moon. But yeah. What do you think? You've only started it.
I got a Charmander.
And you got a Charmander. I think he's done. He's retiring. He's retiring on top.
I caught one right away. My first try.
You caught the one that they always let you catch. Oh, you haven't even got to try throwing it at something. I'm like, where am I throwing these balls at? I keep throwing my balls, but I can't catch anything.
It's like that Batman scene. The Lego movie. When his bad riding at the Switch. He's like, huh. Missed. There was a bunch more. Finally one accidentally hits it.
It is exactly what it's
Got
like
in
in
the
the game.
first
Got in the first try. Nailed it. Which I think the Pokeballs are something they sell in the game. So maybe that's why they don't make it easy. Then just press Pokeball, catch Pokemon. So if you run out of Pokeballs, you can't catch anything, so you have to buy them. Or take the time to actually go to the Pokestops and actually collect them over time. So you can, like I said, play for free if you're willing to take the time. Which is good for people that live in urban areas because there's a lot of Pokestops. But if you live in like a farm or something, you're going to run out of them Pokeballs eventually, and you're going to possibly have to buy them unless you find a Pokestop and you sit there and every 5 minutes just wait for it to refresh so you can get like 3 more balls and just do it that way. Like,
I gotta get a Pokestop.
Today's my refresh day. I'm just going to sit here at this Starbucks or this church, because it's usually a church. It's like you're sitting in service, just like, oh, no, go on. I'm just here for the Pokeballs. Yeah, something about...
This guy's still here.
He's been here through like 3 services. I think he took some of the communion too.
What?
But yeah, fun times
On the road.
on the road.
Just don't play it at work. Or when you're driving. Or like what the warning pop-up says.
Yes, they have the pop-up that starts every time you play the game. That warns you not
We're
to
not
do it.
liable.
Yes, basically it's the like, if you do something like trip over a dead body, we are not liable for it. Because something bad's gonna happen. It's just gonna happen.
I saw one of these things online said, with a caption, "Boss just laid this on my desk. We are paying you to work, not chase fictional video game characters with your cell phone all day." There's a Pokeball with them, like, crossed out. Save it for your break time or lunch, otherwise you'll have plenty of time unemployed to catch them all.
It feels like that's a little bit, like, I don't know. Like, the boss wouldn't take that much time to do that. Just like,
Unless they knew.
unless they were in on it. That's what I mean. Like, if you know, and then if you want to do
It's like,
something,
I know y'all get...
if they
Every
take-
one of you has it.
if they're going to be that witty about it, they seem like the kind of boss that would be like okay with you playing it. Actually, if they were like that kind of person, that
I'm taking a break right now. There's a rare Pokemon. I gotta catch it.
I gotta catch it. Break time. It's the middle of a meeting. Break time. I gotta go pee. Huh? Kind of thing. So it seemed weird. I was like, okay, like it seemed like something would be like an email, but there was time taken for that one. They found the picture of the Pokeball. They found the the clip art, so they could. Yeah, this is perfect. This will get my point across. As opposed to, okay, don't stop staring at your phone at work. There you go.
There you go. Okay, so I've got something.
Go on.
Switch over to new question.
New question.
New question. It's hot, obviously, for us.
I choose cold. Oh. I thought that was going to be the question.
The recording studio here is quite warm because it is summertime.
I miss winter.
And because it is summertime, that's when everyone goes out. Not because of a Pokemon Go game.
That's why everyone is going out now. That's awesome. But go on.
So, summer activities, plans, what do you do? Keep cool, have fun.
I feel like I have to do one or the other. Either keep cool, like stay home and just turn every fan onto me, or go out and die just a little bit.
But you were just at Knott's Berry Farm,
Yeah.
and you got to try the reopened Mrs. Knott's famous fried chicken.
Is it world famous? Although technically not, we found out not actually owned by Knott's anymore.
Yeah, Skeeter Fair.
Didn't know that. I guess you did. But I didn't.
I thought it was common knowledge.
Only to you, sir. But we did go there, and like, cause Carrie had this discount card. It was a lifetime discount card,
Ooh.
like the Adventure Club one. It was old, like it was like she pulled it out. I'm like, where'd you get that, or what decade was that from? Because it is a really old card, but it was like one of those ones I think the labor union kind of let you buy from there, where it was supposed to be a lifetime one. So I was like, well, it does say lifetime, so it should work. So we handed it to the waitress, and she had to go ask the manager. And then she came back and said that, oh, well, since we're not owned by Knott's anymore, like this isn't owned by Knott's, it's owned by Cedar Fair. We don't honor this card for Knott's because it's not actually a Knott's facility. That's how we found out. Like,
For shame.
so they try to lure you in with the call of the fried chicken, Knott's fried chicken, but it's not Knott's. Not Knott's
I see what you did there.
fried chicken. It's Cedar something. Fair. I always keep wanting to say Cedar Fields. Isn't it people
Strawberry fields forever.
that own strawberry?
Gotcha.
I meant to say Cedar. Cedar strawberries. Cedar Point. Is that company? Do they own that, or is that something different?
No, that's something different.
Oh. So the Strawberry Fields own the Cedar Fields Fair.
Cedar Point is an amusement park in Sandusky, Ohio.
Who's it owned by?
Located on the Lake Erie Peninsula. It is the second oldest operating amusement park in the U.S. Owned by Cedar Fair.
Hey! I mean, it seemed kind of close, so I was just like, Cedar something?
Cedar Sinai?
Huh? Busch Gardens? That's an amusement park, right?
Busch.
But we did try the fried chicken. Actually, we got the dinner. Like, they have like so you can order the dinner, individual dinner kind of thing. So it comes with your choice of super salad, like a creamy chicken noodle.
It comes with things.
And then you get your choice of rhubarb or cabbage. No, yeah, rhubarb or is it just cabbage? I think it is. And then you also get your choice of dessert, apple pie, boysenberry pie. And then you get to choose the kind of chicken dinner you want. Like, they have just a standard four piece with mashed potatoes. They also have I can't remember the other ones. Well, I remember the 4-piece because they got that. That's the traditional. But they also have a chicken and dumplings, which is what I got. So same meal, except instead of the 4-piece, you get chicken dumplings. It's pretty good. The chicken I got was kind of like already peeled and cut up, and like the whole thing had gravy all over it. The dumplings and stuff. It was smothered and covered. But it's okay. It's pretty good. I think next time I just get the regular chicken, because I mean that's kind of why you go. But it's kind of expensive. It's like $21.99 per person, but you get a good amount of food.
I remember when it used to be cheaper.
Yeah, it ain't like that no more.
And I'm seeing the pictures of the portion size, and it's like, wow, they shrunk too.
And the picture you're looking at, you don't even get all that stuff. You get one row of that stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But portion-wise, it
it's
shrunk.
it's pretty small. But it's okay. And yeah, we went there because they're doing their ghost the ghost town not reunion but anniversary thing, right? Like it's been 75 years or
75 years.
Yeah.
So they actually populate it with character people who they're there just to kind of make the town seem alive again. And they never break from character till the park closes.
So when we went, we kind of went later in the day. So when we got into the park after we ate, I don't think it was kind of full. So I mean, we didn't see. It was hard to tell who was in costume and stuff. I heard they were also supposed to have shops in places they don't usually have open during this thing.
Yeah.
Which we kind of started looking for at the end of the night. Like there's some stuff we wanted to try to do. So we didn't get to, so at the end of the night we'd like, let's try to find one of the places that's not usually open, but we didn't end up finding one. Or sorry, we found this kind of old-timey dress shop where they were doing weaving and stuff, but I'm not sure if that was part of the new thing though.
You bought a dress?
No, they weren't selling dresses, but they had like the old lady that was showing like the looms and stuff, and they had like this giant loom.
This is called a loom.
It's just how you weave kind of thing. But when we were at Knott's Berry Farm, because we have season passes because of the Boysenberry Festival. Thank you very much there, sir. So we always get that. We always get the season pass, but we never actually go.
All you.
So we actually like Carrie's like we should go, so we went, and we went on the Iron Reef. What's it called?
Voyage to the Iron Reef.
Yes. Did it open this year or last year? Last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's a new ride, and we hadn't been on it, so we got to go on that because
It's a time crisis.
it is
4-player time crisis.
in 3D that I can actually see. I don't know what kind of voodoo they did, but I was like, whoa, hey, I saw that. But the only other problem was I was so busy trying to shoot at stuff, I couldn't focus on 3D. No time for 3D. Only time for shooting. But it was really cool. Kind of reminded me of Toy Story, except even like taken to the next level kind of thing. But yeah, that was a good ride. Good addition for those of us who don't ride roller coasters. Carrie doesn't like roller coasters, so that cuts off a lot of Knott's Berry Farm because now they're trying to, it seems like, catch up with Magic Mountain if they can. Because they got a good amount of thrill rides.
No, that was kind of left over from back in the day when they were trying to be like Magic Mountain.
Oh, what?
And then now they're kind of stepping back from that and like, we got to be more like Disney. They're the ones making money. Look at Magic Mountain now. Are they making money? Nope.
Well, it doesn't help that they're all the way out in Valencia, and there ain't nothing else really around there, it seems like. Whereas Knott's Berry Farm, it's like, it's near Disneyland, it's cheaper than Disneyland, and it's got good rides. I think they're starting to crack the code. Well, actually, for the longest time, it seemed like Knott's Berry Farm just didn't have any rides. It's just like, we could go there, but what are we going to go on? Soapbox racers?
I like that one.
I did too, actually. I make fun, but I did go on that. That was pretty cool. I'm bummed that they took that one out. But they are competing, I guess. Well, actually, not anymore, because now you got Universal, who's really competing.
Yeah.
They're like, I think
Have
Knott's
you
Berry
gone
Farm
there
was
yet?
catching up with Disney, but now not the Universal after they're like, boom, Harry Potter. And they're coming out with a movie and another book.
Yeah.
It's just not fair. It's just like, yeah, but Harry Potter's so old now. It's like, oh, we got a new movie coming out. Another book. What's old is new again. Come to our park. No. We meant to go on our anniversary, which was a couple weekends ago, but it was basically the temperature of the sun. Or it was going to be. So we both agreed. They're like, no. We just die. It wasn't going to be fun. But we were thinking about going maybe this weekend or something to finally actually go. Maybe catch some Pokemon. Just saying, while you're there. And just Pokestop at Hogwarts Castle.
I caught a moaning Myrtle.
It's like, it's not even a Pokemon. It's in my phone.
Caught it. Too late.
But Knott's Berry Farm. We didn't get. I finally saw Snoopy on Ice, which I didn't know they did all the time, like year round. Like,
Yeah.
I remember seeing the commercials when I was younger, and they're like, "Come see Camp Snoopy on Ice" or "Snoopy on Ice" or something. But I thought it was seasonal, like winter time they'd have that, or maybe they did back in the day. But now they actually have a theater that they basically have multiple showings of Snoopy on Ice. Now it's like,
Well, it's different versions. Like either Snoopy Unleashed, Snoopy on Ice, Snoopy on Ice Live, Merry Christmas Snoopy, Snoopy on Ice. So he's always on ice. It's just what version. And wow, somebody just lit another floating lantern in that same house.
probably got extras.
It's 4 days after 4th of July. Let's let some more go.
We can't wait till next time.
Anyway,
But yeah, I think we saw like the the Hollywood Snoopy on Ice, like they did, like
Is that the Blockbuster Beagle?
there we go. That's what it was called, Blockbuster Beagle, and it was the first time we'd seen it. She'd seen it, or actually, apparently, we brought her mom, and her mom said that they had seen it before, but I think, but it was the first time I'd seen it. It was good. It's tucked all the only reason we noticed it was because it's in the back of the park near that ride, near the Iron Reef ride.
Yeah.
Like from the line you can see the theater.
That was the Roaring Twenties area
Oh.
back in the day. You still got the bumper cars there.
Yeah. It was weird, but it's on the backside, so you can't even see it from like the front. You have to go around to just know it's there to go to the theater.
But people do know it's there because they start lining up. You're like, what's this line for?
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so we were waiting in line at the top row to get onto the ride. And we're like, there's only like 10 minutes left. We're like, I think we can make it if we get off this ride and just go over there because it's across the way from there.
Yeah.
So everyone was already seated, and by the time we sat down in our seats, the show started. So we just made it. But it was really cool. And it was fun. I liked it. Probably one of the better shows.
Sounds like you're warming up to the Knott's Berry Farm. Disneyland falling in your eyes?
Well, because last year we also got the season pass during the Boys Berry Festival, and we had fun during that. But then we came again. But the thing was, it seemed like all the rides were thrill rides, like because you see the big roller coaster, you see Ghost Rider, you see all these things, but we're not going to ride them. Carrie doesn't want to ride them.
They just redid Ghost Rider.
Exactly. So we didn't go on anything that other time, and it felt like, well, why go to Knott's Berry Farm? There's nothing for us. That's just because we weren't on the right things. Apparently there is a whole thing. That Iron Reef was fun.
Yep.
The show's cool. We didn't go on the stagecoach or the train. Oh, I got to go on I never went on the mine ride. The Calico.
You never went on that?
I never went on that.
Last year, the whole time you had a pass.
Finally went on it this time.
Yeah,
we were like passing. I didn't even know it was there, to be honest. We walked by
it's a
it.
Giant mountain.
I thought it was just there just for show. And then I think we were passing by. I was like, oh, there's mine carts there.
Wow.
I totally missed it. And I didn't know it was there the whole time. So I went on that. And I'm like, oh, this is pretty cool too. This is fun. Like, you go through the mine cart and they have this whole thing in the mountain.
That was about 2 years ago that they redid that. The whole mountain. They redid all the animatronics. They basically gutted it and restored it.
Oh, okay.
And then the other one is across the way, the Timber Mountain log ride. Same thing.
Oh.
They restored that one too and has all new animatronics.
There's animatronics in the log ride?
Yep.
Huh.
Tells a story.
Huh.
And it moves way quicker than Splash Mountain. Like going around the scenes. Like, there goes the scene.
There's no moseying along here.
There. And we passed the end.
Because they got two rides. They got they're two water rides. They got the log one, and they also got Bigfoot Rapids.
Yes.
I'd never been on the log ride, but when I was younger, I remember going on Bigfoot Rapids. It's basically like every other. It's like Grizzly River Run. Well, Grizzly River Run is like Bigfoot Rapids.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think I remember we went there for like a school trip, like to Knott's Berry Farm, and the last ride because we're dumb, because just like, hey, let's go on Bigfoot Rapids. Right before we had to go back on the bus again to go back. So we're like soaking wet, and like, this was a poor idea. But it was memorable. So that's good. I do remember it. That was a good idea, but I do remember it. Oh, I'd never been on Mystery Lodge.
Or seen the show?
No, sorry, I never seen the show before last time. I did go last time. So there's a lot of knots I didn't know about. Hidden knots. Hidden by the way I just didn't know about it. Better than I thought.
Yeah, I think it's mostly that kind of ghost town area. The classic Knott's area. Because if you look at the park map, it's actually... Zoom out. Well, let me zoom. Oh, too much.
That map's weird. It's hard to tell where anything really is because it's all cartoony.
Yeah, well, okay, on the left half of the map,
Okay.
you have Ghost Rider and then like Ghost Town and then like all the old stuff here, like the Log Ride and Mine Train, the Roaring Twenties area. And then on the other side, it's just all coasters.
Oh, yeah, it is. When you look at the map, it really does stand out. It's like you could just bisect the park in half. It's like this half is the older one, and this half is Magic Mountain.
Yeah.
Oh, and Camp Snoopy down at the bottom.
Yes.
Man, I remember when they like had before they had Ghost Rider, or what's that one that's right in the front that you see right when you enter the park? What's that one called?
This
It's
one?
no, not the Ghost Rider one, but right near the entrance. Like you walk into the front gates, and then that part of that roller coaster is right there. Yeah, that one.
Oh, Silver Bullet.
So it's called.
Yeah.
Yeah, before that, and like I remember when they had
It was
Montezuma's Revenge, which is kind of barely a roller coaster technically. It's you go one way, loop, then you come back, loop, and you're done.
And you park.
Yes. They had that. They had Boomerang,
Boomerang.
Didgeridoo,
Oi.
and that was kind of it. And then eventually they got Jaguar, which is like the slowest roller coaster ever. If I remember correctly. I remember when it was all hyped. I remember seeing commercials when it came out, like, oh, look at it, it's going so fast. It does not move very fast. Unless they've changed it since.
No, it's still exactly the same. Tiny cars and slow speed.
That's like the weirdest thing.
It's more like a kid-friendly coaster.
That they advertised as like, ooh, thrills and Jaguar. But yeah.
Jaguar.
I remember waiting in line for it, like, yeah, it's going to be fun. Getting on, like, wow, that was unfulfilling. Like, huh. And it was a long line, too, because it was a new ride at the time. So everyone was just being disappointed slowly. So I think Carrie could probably go on that one.
There's a joke in there somewhere.
Yeah. Very light disappointment. No, I take that back. Heavy disappointment.
Disappointed.
But yeah, I think the park does have a lot to offer as an alternative to Disneyland. It's not obviously Disneyland-esque, but it is not as crowded, I think. Or is it getting as crowded now?
Unless you have that free food program. Or not free food. You prepay the food, and it's like, okay, now you can come and get lunch and dinner for free. Or it's included on your pass. And if you go every weekend from when you first get your pass, then it'll be like less than $2 for all your meals, as long as you go on every weekend. If you go every day, it's even cheaper. You can pay down under $1.
So in theory, if you lived near there, it's not a bad deal. Like if you lived in walking distance of Knott's Berry Farm,
that's how you get fed.
I was gonna say, yeah, you just go there and you're like, oh, dinner, let's go there. You get sick of it but
it's like, what do I want today? Do I want? I had fries before. They give you so many fries, you actually kind of get tired of the fries too.
That's not even going every day. It's just like going once in a great while. Just like, I don't want it anymore.
And then you get the drink cup, $25, free drinks all year long. Free.
So you could eat well. It wouldn't be very good variety, but you know.
If you're a homeless guy and you scrounge up enough money, and you kind of dress like Western-y, and you walk in, you just hang out in Ghost Town and get food and just sit at the bench and eat.
Do you got any change? Well, I got this pass. I'll get you a pass. It's like food for a year. Teach a man to get a season pass, and he eats for a year.
Fit right in.
But yeah, I think it has more to offer than I thought. Although the Boysenberry Festival is cool. But we didn't get to see any of the Ghost Town stuff this time. Maybe we'll probably... Because I think it's going through, like, September or something. It's going for a while. I think it just started. So it might be still an opportunity to go check it out.
Yeah. Speaking of Boysenberry, we had our... what is this, 3? 4th?
Is it 4th?
Of July.
Fourth annual 4th?
No, the first one was inaugural, right? So that doesn't count. That's 0.
that's 0 issue.
Right?
Right. I think it's 4.
Is it 3 or 4?
I want to say 4. I'm going to go with 4. Although we could go back into the archives to this time last year and then see what we said then. But we're not going to.
Yes. Yeah, we actually didn't do Boysenberry this year.
Oh, no.
Surprising.
Did you still have Boysenberry stuff?
Yes, I do.
Oh, okay. I thought you might be out, like you might have already gone through it, but...
No, I think it was more...
Did you have the butter?
Actually, I think I still do have the butter.
It was like, I was trying to think of what you would have that you could put it on. Like, you could have maybe put on the corn. I don't know what it would have tasted like.
Boysenberry... Hint of boysenberry buttered corn. Hint of.
Ever so slight.
Slightly. Slightly. Dramatic.
Very dramatic. So your annual 4th of July BBQ?
Sure.
Yes.
But the first year that we didn't do boysenberry anything.
And
I think part of it was ours already making other stuff, so we already had so much.
True.
I think
even with what...
1, 2,
we didn't go ribs this time, but even
we
without the ribs, we still had...
4 different kinds of sausages and hot dogs. But I think we only went through 3 of them.
Burgers.
2.5.
Yeah. Oh, wait.
Yeah.
Well, you didn't get to... Right. No, because... we went to 3. Oh, well. Okay, I see what you mean. We had the Nathans. We had the brats.
The cheddar brats.
No, I thought the brats were regular. It was the jalapeno cheddar. Were those
sausage.
brats too? No, I thought those were
those
sausages.
yeah.
Those sausages. Because the brats were their own thing. We didn't try the... No, we didn't try the... Yes, that one. We didn't try that one. But I don't think I could have eaten another sausage. It was too much of a sausage fetch in my mouth, as it was.
You had your fill.
I did. It was good. And they had the Nathans with their snap.
You know how we did two seasonings of the hamburger patties? We had the
hamburger
Montreal.
Did you put the Montreal steak
one, and then we had the regular
hamburger
seasoning. I don't know which one was which because they all got put on the plate.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
It's like, who mixed it up?
Yep, it's just like, whoop, whoop. Oh well. Mystery burgers. It's like, this one wasn't good.
Tasty.
Which one was it? We'll never know.
This was a good one. I want more of this. Make another one. Sprinkle the wrong seasoning on there.
Ew.
No.
Wrong. I'm still eating those for lunch too. The extra meats, just threw them in Ziploc.
Oh, we didn't. You know, we never tried the carne asada.
You didn't? Oh,
I
you
didn't.
didn't?
Someone did. I never got to try it.
Because I ate
So
some.
like, Yeah.
Did you try the chicken?
I did try the chicken.
Okay. We took home some of the carne asada,
Yeah.
and then I burned it in the microwave.
How do you burn it in the microwave?
You put it in the microwave for 3 minutes. That's way too much
And
time.
it catches on fire?
It was charcoaly. It's very crunchy and chewy, but still good.
3 minutes is a very long time.
Yeah, I might not have been thinking straight when I put that in the microwave.
It's like maybe half a potato.
But still delicious, still good flavor. Just a bit tough to eat. Yeah. I sliced it into
Super
little bits. Yeah, it's pretty tough.
Pretty gnarly. Gnarly.
But it was good because it was the marinated one, right? From the...
Superior.
Yes. Yeah. Pre-marinated.
I actually... Because last time we got a whole assortment of meat, and then I think we ended up making kind of like street tacos. Like we had some of those leftover tortillas and just threw them in there and did like onions and cilantro, and it's like, there you go.
Boom.
And it was actually pretty good. And I saw that and I'm like, ooh, we should do that. And it's like, wait, this is a lot of food already. Nah, maybe next time. Because I couldn't cook them on the grill for the marinated pork ones because those were all chopped up. It just fell right through.
In, down.
I think I threw a cast iron skillet on there, and I threw it all in there and cooked it. And it still came out delicious. Smoke infused.
Some pitmaster privilege.
You smell that? So good. Tastes good. That's what I call pitmaster privilege. Look at that.
You should do your own show. Just copyright it.
I think it's already taken.
Oh, okay. You do the Thai version of it.
What?
Is there a Thai? See, no one's expecting that. I don't know what you do. Just make it really hot.
Unexpected.
Just make it so no one can eat it because it's so hot. Only you can.
Fusion everything.
Put it all together.
There's this video that I saw online. Any kind of food that somebody was eating, they're like, make it Thai. And all they did was throw a whole bunch of like spices and hot sauce, like chili pepper on it. It's like, got a burrito? Make it Thai. Got a steak? Make it Thai. Everything just super spicy. It's like, yep, that's pretty much it.
I was gonna say that. I was gonna say it sounds kind of accurate. It's like, there's your fusion right there.
No, I can argue with that.
Does it feel like you want to cut your tongue off because it's trying to kill you? That's about right. You almost got it.
Like that spaghetti sauce that I made.
Well, you were fine. I was like, I couldn't stop sweating, no matter what I did.
Make it Thai.
Make it Thai.
It's not supposed to be spicy. And then you ate it, and you're like, I'm gonna go back to the regular one, the non-spicy one. It's so bland. I can go back to the spicy one. I'll just deal with it.
I had to deal
I made
with
you a
this.
special pot, too.
True. It's very nice of you. Just for me, so I wouldn't die, but the sweet, sweet release of death.
And you liked it before you had the spicy one.
Yeah.
It's like, that's what spices do.
There's
More
no going
flavor.
back. There's no going back. Lots of heat.
But not without the pain.
He brings the pain.
A pity. Fool. Mr. T's Knuckles. Pity and fool. Except my knuckles would say cook and pain.
Definitely accurate.
Or heat.
Heat.
Pain.
But yeah, it was good. I judged that as a successful 4th of July. I want to put one on, but I don't own a barbecue or a yard.
Like I was saying, you can get an indoor George Foreman electric grill.
That way I gotta go with.
Yes.
Does that count, or is that like kind of like you can't have a barbecue with this? This ain't a barbecue. You've got to have charcoal and fire and beer
beer
and stuff.
See? Indoor George Foreman grill. It comes on a stand, and you plug it into the wall.
I
And it's $69 at
feel
Walmart.
like it loses some of its aesthetic value.
But look, you got grill marks on their burgers.
It's
And you get to stand and cook. That's not a stove.
it's not stuff,
It's a stove in disguise. Electric stove.
but you don't get that char taste. Char.
But you get to knock out the fat. You want to add that smoky flavor? Liquid smoke. Best friend in a bottle. That's a George Foreman way. Pitchman.
You should sell them.
It already sells itself. I'm trying to come up with one that, like a grill you can put on the stove. And I've seen some of them, and I've tried the version that I made. It's very, very smoky.
Very smoky.
Very smoky.
The kind of thing you
'Cause
wouldn't want indoors.
The fat drips onto the lava rocks, and then that just vaporizes into a smoke. And it's not like we have a kitchen exhaust, because the one that was here wasn't working, and it got taken out and never replaced.
That seems dangerous.
So, whenever I do that, I open the kitchen windows. Smoke comes billowing out of it. It looks like the house is on fire, but it's not.
It's not. I swear it's not on fire.
But it tastes just like as if it was on the barbecue grill outside.
And a whole lot less effort. Same amount of effort.
I need to modify it a little bit. I need
Ah.
to put a splatter shield, because grease got everywhere.
Yeah.
Drip. So the stove is all covered in like oil spots.
That seems bad.
But it's a very delicious burger.
Worth it?
Yeah. Just have to modify it. But worth it. Indeed.
But yeah, I would like to host one, but I'd like to have like a yard or something so that people can congregate in, or like you do,
Put up cones in the parking lot.
make my own yard.
Yeah. Roll out the AstroTurf.
It's time to dust off the AstroTurf. This is the yard area over here. One of these days I'll get to do mine. Maybe I'll do it on like Memorial Day or something like that. Since you've already covered 4th of July, we'll start a new tradition. Arbor Day.
Yar. Yeah, I think it's basically Memorial Day, 4th of July, and Labor Day. I think most people go out of town all days. But for those who stay, it's called Barbecue Weekend.
Barbecue.
Master privilege.
Yeah, I was thinking that too.
I read your mind.
Get out of my head.
So yeah, Knott's Barbecue, Universal, Harry Potter. Harry Potter and the Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them. Have you seen the trailer?
Not the newest one. I think I saw the teaser a long time ago, so I haven't seen the newest one. This one takes place in America.
America? Yes, I think it's New York.
Americanese.
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 So why don't I play the trailer for you?
I'd like to see that.
Click, click, click. Here we go. Warner Brothers.
Werner.
You're an interesting man, Mr. Scamani. Just like your suitcase, I think there's much more to you than meets the eye. Kicked out of Hogwarts for endangering human life with a beast. Yet one of your teachers argued strongly against your expulsion. I wonder, what makes Albus Dumbledore so fond of you, Mr. Scamani?
First trip to America?
Yes. Must get that fixed.
Anything edible in there?
No.
Any livestock?
No.
Welcome to New York.
No human could do what this thing is capable of.
He did the Mary Poppins thing with his suitcase.
That's pretty cool. I'd only seen the teaser and heard the title of it, and I was like, I don't know. But after seeing that trailer, actually, I'm intrigued. I do want to see it now. I guess I should have waited for a trailer before I passed judgment.
As you do.
You know, quick judgments, although I tend to see anything just to see it, usually. But I do want to see that because that looks good. And when I heard the title originally, I was like, it doesn't have the same ring as something Harry Potter and something.
But it has the music. And he said Albus Dumbledore.
Oh yeah, no, this trailer is really like interesting. It's because it's set in the 20s or something. Like it's set in a different time, so it's not
New York.
It's set in a different place. So, and it even looks like it has a different feel from the movies, because maybe it's because it's where it's set, when it's set. But it's enough where it's like just listening to it and watching it, like those feelings of watching the original Harry Potter.
They bubble up again.
Yeah, you still get that, and you feel like, oh, there's something new here. It's not just going to be like a rehash. That was what I was worried about. I was like, it's going to be too new before I saw it, and then I'm like, I like the old ones. I'm not going to like the new one, but I don't know.
I think this, so far, what it seems like, it might be kind of like what Rogue One is to Star Wars, as this is to Harry Potter. That's my take.
How so?
It's in the universe, but it's different. But then it's familiar.
Yeah, that makes sense. I agree. That's a good one. Good point.
Funny thing is, like, there's people online saying J.K. Rowling is ruining the Harry Potter universe. Like
She's ruining...
She's doing what George Lucas did to Star Wars when he did the prequels.
Okay.
And, like, I don't think that's exactly the same.
Nope.
No.
I mean, I
Maybe-
could see why you'd want to make that leap because it sounds nice.
Maybe if it was like 20 years later
Yeah.
and then she tried to do it again, then I would say yes.
I mean,
But
I guess I
she's-
kind of understand because I mean, she kind of wrapped it all up into a nice bow by the end of the series, more or less. Like it made it feel like okay, we're done. Maybe that's what they mean. Like now she's just dipping back into it's like it was fine the way it was. No need for more. But if it's more good stuff,
More gooder.
more gooder.
More better.
It's the goodest. Because I mean, like I said, when I first heard it, I could understand like,
More funner.
funnerist. Ugh. But now after seeing the trailer, I'm like, okay,
Sold.
yeah, I kind of digging it. Kind of want to see it actually, with everything that it's got going on. Yeah, I'm glad you showed it to me. That was pretty cool.
And I'm wondering, well, I'm reading into your mind,
Mm-hmm.
and the question I'm getting is, when is the release date?
November something.
18.
Okay. I'll be
At least in the U.S.
okay.
November 18 in the U.S.
So I'll set my calendar now, and then we'll do our podcast right after. Instant reaction.
Have you seen Finding Dory yet?
No.
The score keeps going higher on Rotten Tomatoes. I remember we talked about it last week, and I'm pretty sure it wasn't this high before, but now it's 95%.
I was gonna say, wasn't it high before?
I don't think it was that high. I think it was like 92.
Wow.
I could be wrong, but it's at 95%. 95.
Is that higher than Zootopia? Or
Um,
'cause that is Zootopia had a really high one. I guess it's kind of what it's competing against. It's other Disney.
where is it? There we go. No. Zootopia is 98% critics, 93% audience. This is 95% critics, 89% audience.
Not that there's much room to really, like, Zootopia barely left any, like, it'd have to be a perfect movie. Which I wonder what does fall into that. What does get 100%?
Frozen got 89%.
So it's
critics
lower.
and 86% audience score that liked it, but it coasted by for 3 years.
Huh.
Yeah, basically almost 3 years.
And it still lives on and all kinds of just merchandising and stuff, so
And a new play at Disney's California Adventure.
so even though it's lower, it probably will have a longer lifespan than Zootopia, even though Zootopia's
And
obviously
it's
better.
its own ride at
bigger.
Walt Disney World in Norway, replacing the Maelstrom attraction. Still have meet and greets that generate long lines.
Yeah, so it lives on in its own way. But Finding Dory just keeps getting better. And it's on, its third week? It's going in its third weekend, I think?
I think so.
Oh, good. Oh, wait, no, I can't. I was like, I can use the Silver Pass. I don't know if I can. For Disney stuff. Because Disney's so special, they're like, nope, full price. But yeah, it's definitely at the top of my list. I just haven't been to the movies recently. Been too busy playing Pokemon.
Independence Day Resurgence.
Which, correction, apparently we have live reporting. Well, okay. On-site reporting. Someone who actually saw it.
Who's someone?
It's a friend of ours.
Phil.
Oh, yeah.
Shout out.
Yes, Phil and Art. There you go.
Right.
Right. I think it's Dan too. But because I usually all see the movies. So they saw it, and Phil reported to us that it was actually good. I think I was saying that I'd heard from other people that it wasn't as good as the original. Felt like it was missing something, but he said no, it was good. So
I think the comparison was, if you liked the Warcraft movie, then
which I did,
Independence Day Resurgence is right up your street.
Which is a weird comparison, but I guess I get what he's saying. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's easy to if you like fantasy, you probably like Warcraft, but that doesn't mean you're probably gonna like. Well, maybe it is. I have to see it. I can't say. It's true. I gotta go see it. So yeah.
Now you have to.
Now I have to.
30%
on the Rotten Tomatoes, but you know what? Not always right. Sometimes you just gotta bite that tomato yourself. See how it is. Although technically, I do have other movies. I still gotta see Finding Dory, so at least the next time I go, pending there isn't. By the time I go out to see another movie, it's not something new. Oh, Secret Life of Pets came out
today.
That's the new one.
Did you see that trailer?
Yeah.
Well, let's watch it again.
Delicious trailer.
To refresh your memory.
Bye, Gidget.
So long, Mel. So long, Mel.
See you later, Chloe.
Max, I'll see you tonight.
Ever wonder what your pets think about?
Oh, I miss her so much.
She's back!
Forgot my phone.
Oh, I miss her so much.
What they talk about?
Hey, fellas, how's it going? Hey, fellas, how's it going?
And what they do when we're not home.
Any plans today?
Look at my plans. It's all laid out right here. Bam! Bam!
That ball of fluff's got a screw loose.
Max, this is Duke. He's going to be your brother.
Chloe, I got a bad situation.
I'm your friend. And as your friend, I gotta be honest with you. I don't care about you or your problems.
This is my apartment now, and my new bed. Ah! Oh, dude, Katie's gonna be so upset when she sees that. Katie's gonna flip out. It's just one vase. Is it, Duke? Is it? Oh, that's a shame.
Cruising through the alley, tiptoeing in the street. Hi, Max. Who's your new roommate?
He's gonna be gone soon. Hey, Max. So long.
What's going on here?
Oh my gosh, what happened to you? Wait!
Max is gone? Where is Max? Tell me.
Help me!
Don't look at him. Look at me.
I'm busting you out of here. Uh-oh. Just ignore what just happened, okay?
I'll find you a friend.
How you been, old-timer?
Paralyzed.
Great.
You're driving like an animal. I feel heroic. A little wet, but I still look good. I look good.
Discover the secret life of pets.
Be a good boy, Leonard.
Okay, that's a new trailer I haven't seen before.
I think I don't know if I saw that exact one, but something that had like a lot of the same scenes from it. That looks like fun.
I think it's gonna do well.
Yeah,
Pretty sure.
I think it's the same crowd that would watch Finding Dory. So now that they've seen Finding Dory, they'll probably move on to this one. If they are already seen Finding Dory, I still haven't, so I have to go see that. But
And it's a very pet-centric time.
Yeah, that's true too.
This came out in the 90s? Nope. But now?
Good.
Maybe even early 2000s. But yeah, now? Yeah.
Came at just the right time.
Correct.
This is DreamWorks?
Universal.
Universal.
Yeah, so from the makers of Despicable Me, and they're actually building at Universal Studios Hollywood a Secret Life of Pets attraction. Don't know how that's going to be like, but I think it's supposed to go next to the Transformers ride. If you can picture that in your head.
Yeah. I mean, is it supposed to be a ride or an attraction?
They said attraction. It could be a ride. Like a trackless ride, or maybe... I don't know. But we'll see.
Well, because they made the Minions ride, which you've been on. So they turned at least one thing into a ride. What were you saying it was like? I think you explained it to me.
The Minions?
Yeah.
You sit in a... I guess a couch. And then the safety bar comes down so you can't get out.
So there's no escape. Check.
And everybody is in the same room with you. So it's almost like watching Honey, I Shrunk the Audience. But instead of in a big theater like that, the pods are more individual, or like individual couches, so you can get more movement out of them, rather than just the whole theater just kind of shaking indiscriminately. And it's basically like a 3D movie. So if it's anything like that, but people like Minions.
So I'm guessing it probably did.
So they kind of give that a pass, but I don't know, I think this one needs to be something more.
I mean, I was like, what could you really do? But I guess they probably have action scenes in the movie, so they could probably, yeah, probably. Because they probably like
dark ride
action scenes, so they probably just take from there and have something, some kind of dark ride that's maybe faster moving.
You're shrunk down to the size of a pet. You are the pet.
You are the pet.
And you follow along with them. And you get licked in the face. Spritzed with water, of course.
Of course. Does that happen in the Minions ride too?
Yes. Happens on all the
I was going to say, it happens on every... It's there.
And then we can squirt them with water. Yes. We'll squirt them with water too.
Okay. Good job there,
Who
Bill.
Is that guy? It's the boss.
Every ride. So it's coming up. Someone's going to sneeze. Up here it comes. Right in the face. Hit me in the face.
The new King Kong 3D addition to the studio tour. The dinosaur's going to sneeze on you.
Because of
water.
Course it is.
Fast and the Furious. We're safe. Drive through a puddle. Water. Really? Yes.
Come on. More special, less practical.
So the dog will either sneeze on you or lick you.
Yeah. How would you like your water applied to you? In a blast or a lick? Great.
Blast it with licks.
Death by 1,000 licks.
Yeah. What else is going on that you want to see that draws your attention?
Well, I didn't want to see it, but The Legend of Tarzan also came out last weekend. I mean, it's not doing so well, but
I was nonplussed by the trailer.
Yeah, I don't know. It doesn't seem like there's really a call for another Tarzan, I guess. But they felt like they needed one.
Well, the trailer doesn't even seem like a Tarzan movie.
If you're gonna make a Tarzan movie,
yeah,
you make the Tarzan movie. Well, I guess then that they were trying to do something different, so I guess kudos for that. But apparently, it didn't really work as well.
I guess the audience liked it though, because it got 72%.
Huh. Interesting. Now, actually, what's kind of get my attention is that Cell one.
The shirtless dude in the...
Not the trailer. Actually, the one... Yeah.
The one that has 0%?
Wow.
17% of the audience liked it. No critics liked it.
0 of 20... 21 out of... 0 out of 21 liked it.
21 out of 21 hated it.
Which is... Everything over there has got at least a percentage. Like, I think even if you get one person to say, you get a percentage. Cell apparently is running at 0%.
But it's Sam Jackson and John Cusack.
Written by Stephen King.
How can that fail?
We run that trailer.
It's almost like the BFG. How can that fail? It's Disney, directed by Steven Spielberg, written by that famous dude.
Mm-hmm.
Roald Dahl.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Yeah. Well, let's run the trailer then, as you say.
I gotta know. What
How
could be
bad is it?
It's just like they all hate it, or at least just don't like it.
It's rated R
for raw.
Oh, look, it's a cell phone.
Oh.
6 billion in the world.
Hi, Dad.
Hey, buddy.
This is 2012.
Are you coming home?
I saw this movie already.
Yeah. Soon.
Okay.
It's terrorists, right? It's gotta be terrorists.
Don't use your cell phone.
If we're gonna survive this, people are gonna die.
You okay?
They act for the good of the group as a whole. They may be the next stage in human evolution.
Zombies?
What's happening now is more than temporary anarchy. It's the start of a war.
I want to wipe him out.
It's a suicide mission. You're gonna die.
I want to see my son. Sally? You okay?
Do not withhold your mercy from us, O Lord. For troubles without number surround us. May your love and your truth protect us. For here lies the dead, dust of the earth. Good always conquers evil. I believe that.
Are you coming home? Are you coming home? I just want you to come home.
Johnny's voice. No, it's not.
You
know that is not your son.
I just want you to come
Clay,
home.
no!
Doesn't look terrible.
Has a very 28 Days Later kind of feel to it.
Yeah, I mean...
And not only that, he makes a lot of stupid decisions.
Yeah, but I mean... Yeah, even like looking at that trailer, I wouldn't have been able to guess that, like, oh, that's going to be an awful movie. I mean, I wouldn't be that inclined to see it, but it feels like something someone would like.
So you saw Fear the Walking Dead, right? Or
Not
at least...
the recent season, actually. I saw the first season.
Okay, so you know how you hated a bunch of people for making stupid decisions?
Yeah.
That's kind of what this feels like to me. Except it's around that guy.
Probably. I mean, obviously, yeah, possibly, because looking at that score, it's got to be a whole lot of not good. But, like, the trailer didn't look... That just proves that the trailer definitely could make it look as ever you want. Because the trailer made it at least look okay, like a meh. Like, could have interesting bits, but those scores make it sound like there was nothing redeeming about this.
think they kind of spoiled it a little bit by showing the 2 scenes with his kid.
Yeah, probably. But apparently it looks like they need all the help they can get.
It's like, I think I know what happened.
I think I can piece it all together.
Spoilers. Don't watch the trailer. Watch
the trailer, because I don't know, maybe you shouldn't watch the actual movie. Maybe you save it for later.
Maybe you don't watch the trailer and just watch the movie and you're like, oh, this is actually pretty awesome.
Yes. Anything to avoid, don't look at the scores. Don't look at the scores.
Are you going to watch the BFG?
No, not really. I don't
Do
really
I
have
need to
an urge
play the trailer?
You can. I'd maybe make... I don't know if I'd seen the trailer for it. Or,
Alright.
yeah. Well, because I didn't grow up reading the books. Or this book, sorry. Sorry, it's only one book.
The Big F in the Giant.
What kind of a monster are you?
Bone cruncher, child chewer, meat dripper, gizzard gulper, butcher boy.
Please don't eat me.
You think because I'm a giant that I'm a man gobbling cannibal? You can call me the big friendly giant.
Oh my.
I catch dreams. This one sounds like you.
There are bad dreams here too.
Yeah. Run, Sophie. Hide.
You has a delicious little bean.
Are you scared?
Yeah.
I'm not. I have a plan.
Brave Sophie. This be the story of a little gal. It'll be great adventures and laughter. Times will be hard, times will be soft. So hold your breaths, cross your fingers, here we go.
I'm going to call you BFG.
It looks so bad.
It didn't look that bad. 64% of the audience liked it.
Yeah,
See, if they showed this
72%.
trailer instead of the other stuff that they've been showing.
I mean,
think it would've
it's
been
fresh, so I think it just failed to get people,
Yeah, it
into
failed to capture my attention, but if I saw this trailer that we just watched earlier, I might have been more inclined to see it. But all the trailers from before kind of, sucked.
Yeah. I mean, even if I had seen it, I apparently might have forgotten it. So,
yeah,
that one I definitely hadn't seen. So that was different.
So now I'm looking at it, it's like, it doesn't seem that bad.
I mean, you've got Disney behind it. You've got Steven Spielberg doing it. So it's probably pretty good to watch. I'm guessing. I'm 72%.
Because it has all that 3D eye candy.
But it just
like Avatar-esque.
Failed to get people in there. Which I guess is kind of a bummer.
Yeah.
And the next movie he's doing is one I'm really looking forward to. So I hope it doesn't mess with that one.
Which one?
Ready Player One. They just started filming about a week or two ago. They started filming. Steven Spielberg. I have my fingers crossed. It's my favorite book. It's controversial, and some people really hate it, but it's my favorite book. I've gone back to it like 4 or 5 times. But, yeah, some people don't like it. That's fine, but 99% want to see it. I don't know of how that works, but...
March 30th. 2018.
You've got to read it before then. You've got that much time, or just listen to it.
The book's right over there on the shelf.
I usually just re-listen to it because I don't have really too much time to read, but I can listen to something. So I've listened to it like 4 times. But I think they're going to have to throw out a lot of stuff because it's one of the problems people have with it is it's kind of an explosion of just like 80s pop culture. Like some people are like, it's just too much. It just weighs it down. I'm like, I don't know. I dig it. But that's all up to like if you feel like it's too much. And I can understand. But if you're into that kind of stuff, you're just like, every time they make a reference, you're like, oh, I remember that. And you feel a little bit of nostalgia every time kind of thing. Although Steven Spielberg said he was going to take out most of his stuff that's referenced in the book out of the movie for the most part. That's what he said originally a while ago. But I think he said he's leaving some of the stuff that he's at least associated with. But I think he said he wanted just to like not have all his stuff in there. Although there's tons of every kind of stuff. So even if you pull his stuff out, there's just like other stuff falling in there, other 80s stuff. And I'm really looking forward to it. I didn't think they'd ever make a movie of it, to be honest. Because it's just basically full of licensed references. So you're like, well, can't use that. Can't use that.
Can't use that.
Can't.
Hey, Spielberg, guess what? You got to pull your stuff in.
Well, I guess when you have Spielberg, then you can get away with using other stuff. It's like, we're not going to let you use that. Oh,
but it's Spielberg.
It's Spielberg. It's like, okay.
Fine.
You can use it. Kind of thing. Because I wondered which theater, who would even buy it. Because, I mean, if like one company got it, then they can't use the Universal stuff. If Universal gets it, which I think they did, then you can't use Warner Brothers properties or something like that. Unless they did like a whole...
like a Roger Rabbit deal.
I was going to say like a Roger Rabbit deal. You're just like, how about we all just work together and just make it awesome and then just have a bunch of everybody's stuff. Everybody wins. Because then everyone will watch that and go, oh, I remember that, and then go watch whatever it was from. That could work.
Yeah.
But I think Universal's doing it, so not bad. And I think from what I've heard from small bits pieces, they've really changed it how it is anyway, so I think it's going to be its own kind of thing. Whatever it is. Hopefully it's good. Whatever it is, I hope it's good.
Whatever it is. Yeah.
So we're looking at, what was this list that you're looking at?
This is the summer movie guide, summer movie scorecard. So in order of number 32 all the way down to 0.
So far for 2016 summer movies. From Rotten Tomatoes.
So number 32 is The Darkness, 5%. Well, no, I don't need to read the percentage. It's in order.
You can.
It's the critics. It doesn't really matter.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah. So The Darkness, number 32.
Which I don't know much about.
Number 31, Warcraft.
Underrated. I think it'll do better later on. I think in DVDs it'll do better. Like it'll be a sleeper hit over time.
In 3 months you'll find out.
Yeah. I think it'll do better in time. And I think it'll do better once the sequel comes out. But moving on.
Number 30, Alice Through the Looking Glass.
For those that actually saw it or know it was out, I totally almost missed it.
I never saw the first one.
I saw the first one. It was okay. It was Tim Burton. It's very Burton-esque. So once you say that, you're like, oh, I get it.
Well, you know what you're getting into.
You know exactly what you're getting into. It's going to be kind of weird.
Kinda. Yeah. Kinda.
Kind of weird.
And number 29, Now You See Me Too.
I saw it. I thought it was fine. I liked it. I had fun with that one.
Should be higher up on the list.
I feel like it. Yeah, that one's another one where I don't know why it was so panned, but I don't know. I should read the reviews because I didn't get it. I thought it was fine.
Number 28, Legend of Tarzan.
Okay, didn't get to see that.
Number 27, Independence Day Resurgence.
According to Phil, that should be higher up on the list.
And art.
Did Art say it? Did Art say those too? Well, we'll just throw that in there.
Number 26, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Out of the Shadows.
Didn't get to see it, so can't say if it should have been higher.
Okay, number 25, Free State of Jones.
I heard it's kind of
Matthew McConaughey.
lots of speeches. Like, it's a interesting concept is what I heard, but
All right.
the execution is poor. It just kind of brings it down.
Number 24, Angry Birds movie.
Surprised it's so high. I thought that would be lower just based like on the title. Like before any of this came out, someone's like, they're doing Angry Birds movie. That's going to be the lowest one. But apparently it's not that bad.
Yeah, it's like you missed it by about 2 years.
Yeah, but no, it definitely, I guess, was good enough for what it did. It didn't try to be anything than just something entertaining, I guess.
Yeah.
So, okay.
Number 23, The Neon Demon.
I got nothing for that. Looks artsy. Definitely outside my wheelhouse.
Number 22, Genius.
Don't know. What's that
Number
one?
21, X-Men Apocalypse.
I feel like that one
should be lower.
Should have been higher. Not
Should
the
be
movie, but it should have been higher because X-Men usually do well in that way. But apparently, from what I heard, it's like it's okay, like what's reflected in the score.
Great Ivan Ooze.
Yes.
Number 20, The Purge Election Year.
That one's sitting at like about 53%, so it sounds like the movie. You either like it or you really don't. I don't really care for it.
Number 19, Money Monster.
I only heard a little bit about it.
Clooney and Julia Roberts.
It sounded kind of interesting.
Never heard of it.
Well, for me, I don't know if it'd probably not be your kind of movie.
Number 18, Me Before You.
Carrie was going to actually go see that for free, but she got sick, so she couldn't, because it was one of the free tickets. And she was going to go with her mom. I wasn't going to go see it.
Number 17, High Rise.
I missed that one, but it is the
Tom
beginning of the
Hiddleston.
Fresh section.
Tom Hiddleston.
Huh.
Loki. Without his pokey stick. Or is it? Number 16, Neighbors 2, Sorority Rising.
I did not see the first one, but I guess it was good enough to make a sequel. And the sequel did okay-ish, so...
It almost feels like Grown Ups 2. Where it's like,
Yeah, I mean, it definitely has its audience that like the first one, that like this one, the same one that watched Grown Ups and watched Grown Ups 2. It's got an audience, probably the same audience that watched that one. And I probably would watch it and be like, oh, okay, that was fine. And I could go out of my way to find it, but if someone put it on, I'd probably like, oh, that's good. It'd be that movie. Wouldn't go out of my way, but probably would appreciate it. I'd probably like it.
Meh.
Yeah.
Number 15, Swiss Army Man.
That just came out.
Yes.
It's really good. You've seen did we watch the trailer for that one? It's really confusing. I mean, it's interesting, but I don't know what's going on.
I don't think we watched it.
I mean, you
during
can
the
play it, but it's
podcast.
not going to make any sense over the podcast because it's mostly...
It's a lot of visuals.
It's a lot of visual stuff. It's enough to make me want to go watch it because I want to know what's going on.
A dead Daniel Radcliffe washes up on a beach where this guy's stuck on a deserted island, and weird things happen.
Exactly. It's the weird things that I'm just like...
There's your synopsis.
It's the weird things that make me want to go, I kind of want to watch it. I don't want to... I'm not compelled enough to go, but I would like to see it. Like, I would, at some point, like to see it on TV. If it showed up on Netflix, I'd be like, okay, I want to watch it, kind of thing. But I don't think I'd go to the theater to watch it.
Number 14, Our Kind of Traitor. It's got Obi-Wan Kenobi in it.
Hadn't heard about that one.
I never heard it. I didn't hear about it either. Number 13, Central Intelligence.
It's another one I think I'd enjoy. It looks like fun and funny.
I agree.
Seems harmless, and yeah, seems like it'd be a good time. Nice fun summer flick to check out. Probably leave the theater feeling like, oh, that's good. Had some chuckles, some good feelings.
Number 12, the BFG.
Should have been higher, according to its pedigree. Disney and Spielberg coming together. You'd think something like that would be like right at the top, on paper, but apparently in reality.
Well, Disney also released Mars Needs Moms.
Yeah. Well, that was a while ago, and I'd like to think they've learned their lesson since then. Which they have. Well, I don't know, actually. I say they have because, they've done only good stuff since then, but I think when you actually look at the list of stuff, like we did, Carrie likes John Carter, and I didn't see it, but it looks like, I think we have it. Maybe I didn't watch it yet, but I think it's
The Great and
not as
Powerful
bad
Oz.
as it seems. John Carter, I think is not as bad as it seems. Great and Powerful Oz is meh. It wasn't bad, but yeah, it was okay. I was fine watching it, but yeah, it was a thing that happened. But not terrible, though.
Yeah. Number 11, The Shallows.
Yep. You haven't really had a movie like that for a while, and it really taps in that Jaws feeling, so a nice thriller with a shark.
Thriller night. Number 10. I don't believe this. This should not be at number 10.
Number 10.
Pop Star. Never stop, never stopping.
Actually, we saw the trailer for it. Carrie and I watched it, and it was actually pretty funny. I think we almost watched it. I think we ended up watching something else, but legitimately we were thinking about watching it because it looked funny. Because if you like Lonely Island, it's kind of just like a whole movie like that. Some would say that the jokes maybe run a bit long, like a whole movie's worth of it's kind of.
I like some of the Lonely Island stuff. I don't like all the Lonely Island stuff.
Right. So, could be good. Like I said, we almost saw it. Like, the trailer was almost enough for us to go, okay. But, number 10. Enough critics thought it was okay.
Number 9. The Conjuring 2.
I heard good things. Well, I heard The Conjuring 1 was really good. I don't really watch a lot of horror movies, so out of my wheelhouse. But there, a lot of people said the first one was good.
Horror movies.
And the second one, I think, continues on. Like, it doesn't drop the ball or anything. Like, the second one's crappy. From what I heard, they all say it's good. I don't know if it's just as good or better, but
Not that big of a horror movie person, but nobody wants to watch it with me. I try to do a marathon around Halloween. For some reason, no one wants to have a grudge fest.
Because I think they want to sleep or something.
It's Halloween.
There's no sleeping for. There's no rest.
Number 8.
One of these times you're gonna get it. It's gonna work. You're gonna get it.
Maybe.
You're gonna work it out.
Maybe. Number 8. Maggie's Plan.
What? Huh. Oh, it kind of. I was looking at the synopsis. It looks it sounds just like your standard rom-com. I guess it's maybe it is, and it's just not bad. So it's just like, okay. I really hadn't heard anything about it. I'm surprised it's here.
Never heard of it.
Huh.
Moving on.
Yes.
Number 7. A Bigger Splash.
Wait.
What?
Have we gone to a different section or something? Because I didn't hear about this one either.
Okay, number 6. The Lobster.
We are definitely on a different list.
Here we go. Number 5. Top 5.
Okay.
Captain America Civil War.
Huh.
There you go.
Thought that'd be higher. Maybe it's just me.
What's higher than Captain America Civil War? Let's find out.
We'll have to, but I mean, that's strong. I like that one.
Number 4, The Nice Guys.
I heard good things about it, but it was kind of one of those things where I didn't hear a lot of buzz about the movie.
It's a buddy comedy.
Yeah, it sounds good.
Of a bygone era.
Sounds like something I'd want to watch. I should watch it. It's number 4.
Directed by Shane Black. Could be good.
Apparently it is good. Number 4. Better than Civil War. In some ways.
What's higher than that?
That's higher than that.
Number 3. Wiener.
Huh.
Anthony Weiner's catastrophic race for mayor of New York City.
I get the feeling that these rankings, like for this one, like
these are all critics' rankings.
Yeah, and I think it's like 3 critics rated it, 1 did, and not a lot. It seems like not a lot of people saw it, so there's not a lot of ratings. But of the ratings, it's 96% of them are good. Like it's like Civil War had 100 critics rate it, and then this one, or one of the higher ones, had 10 critics rate it, and 9 of them thought it was good. It's like, I'm guessing because I ain't even heard of that movie. It's number 3 on the list. But if you just take it by its fresh rating, okay.
Number 2, Finding Dory.
Okay, there you go. That makes sense.
There you go.
Yeah. Well, that's pretty obvious then.
It's all over the place.
Yeah. I mean, it.
What do you think is number 1?
Is Zootopia a summer movie?
Number 1, Love and Friendship.
You're kidding me.
99% critics rating. So Finding Dory, the number 1 movie that you want to see this summer.
Apparently not. It should be Love and Friendship.
Finding Dory, the number 1 movie you want to see this summer.
Well, I mean, I guess I assume it's just going by the hard numbers or something? Oh.
The critics.
Or with 80 plus critic reviews.
Yeah, films that reach 600 plus theaters or with 80 plus critic reviews.
I guess it's not small time. I mean, 600 theaters. Well, 600 theaters is not a ton of theaters, to be honest.
I stand by what I said.
Which one? Which thing?
Baby Dory's the cutest.
That number 1 was definitely a surprise.
So weird.
Okay, but summer. Sorry. So
Summer.
Zootopia came out before summer, so.
In summer.
Weird list. Ooh, coming soon.
Coming soon.
Ghostbusters.
The Infiltrator. Walter White is the
I was going to say. Now you can't even look at it without, like, oh, that's Walter White. Who is he playing?
Ghostbusters.
Do you want to see?
That's next week.
I think that'll probably do okay. If not really good, probably. Because it looks just fun. As long as you're not trying to compare it to the old Ghostbusters. So it looks like it could be good. And a lot of movies I've never heard of.
It's like, what?
Huh.
Star Trek Beyond. There you go.
There's one.
That's 2 weeks later. I think that's going to do very well.
I don't see why not, yeah.
Ice Age Collision Course.
What is that, Ice Age 5? 4?
It almost feels like the Land Before Time series.
Except it still comes out in theaters.
Yeah.
Land Before Time's like, we get it. There's people that like to watch, but we don't need to put it in theaters.
It's a little bit long in the tooth now.
It should be straight to DVD. Or Blu-ray, I guess.
Direct to video.
Direct to VHS or Betamax.
Direct to audiobook.
There you go.
There's a button that says show more. Nope, don't know any of these. Anything? Anything?
Suicide Squad.
Where is that?
It's over here.
Oh.
Yeah.
It's tiny.
Well, the title's tiny in the grand scheme of everything.
Suicide Squad, August 5th.
Surrounded by a bunch of other movies we don't know anything about.
Pete's Dragon and Sausage Party. That's 100%.
100%.
The critics. 96% of people want to watch it. Maybe they did that on purpose. They showed the trailer in front of Finding Dory to get free publicity. That's how I found out about it. That's how Phil found out about it. I think that's how you found out about it too.
I'd seen a trailer for Sausage Party, but it just kind of came and went. I had not connected it to the movie. Like, I thought it was a short film or something. I didn't know it was a theatrical release. So, yeah, I guess it worked for me too. It's the one that got me like, oh, that's a movie that's showing before Dory.
Kubo and the Two Strings. It's one of those kind of CG animated ones.
Right. I remember when we did our big review at the beginning of the year, that was the one that Phil was talking about.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen the trailer, and it looks interesting.
I think there's a new trailer for that. Is that Daniel Radcliffe right there? Imperium.
It sure looks like him.
It is.
Sure looks like that guy. He's not dead in that one.
No. Okay, I think we're getting pretty far now. I'm bypassing like all these movies. It's like,
nope.
Something I know.
Nope. Yoga hosers.
I saw the trailer for that. It did not look very entertaining at all.
I want to see it. It looks like it's going to be weird, but I think it could be fun. But, you know, grain of salt. I also wanted to see Ninja Turtles.
Nope.com.
And then I saw Warcraft, even though everyone said it was bad. So.
And now you're going to see Independence Day Resurgence.
Right.
Right.
And I want to see Yoga Hosers, but maybe I'll have to see it by myself.
Hey, no more show more button.
You've reached the end.
I reached the end. Where'd it go? There it is. So, Yoga Hosers. You saw the trailer, right?
Yeah, I think I did.
30% of critics hated it. Or liked it.
And
then 78% of the audience wants to see it.
I'm talking about your entire generation. Generation why me, I call it.
You live on your phones. You have no idea how to function like normal people in the real world.
Miss Wickland, this isn't the real world.
This is Canada.
Oh, it's Lulu and Lemon.
Condescending riot girls.
Colleen Coalition. I would like to invite you both to my party.
A senior party?
A senior party?
Senior boys only invite sophomore girls to parties for one thing.
God knows what else, eh?
All you need to handle any situation in life are the Warrior 1 and Warrior 2 positions, girls. Master those, and you will master anyone who gives you shit.
Ew, why did your dad text me like 37 times?
Oh my God, he's making us work tonight! Oh my God!
Y'all think history is so boring. Well, what if I told you during World War II there were Nazis right here in Winnipeg under the self-proclaimed Canadian Führer?
So, like, Canadian Hitler.
9. So much 9, it's almost 10.
Canadian Nazis were the original landowners of your tour.
Who's the Broadseas?
What is a broadsea?
Is that Johnny Depp?
Yes.
It's like a foot
Well,
talk
because his daughter's that one.
Are you guys tripping on the pot? I need both of you to help me solve this quite clear case.
And I think he was in Tusk as well, so he's reprising a role.
Destroy everything that threatens anyone or anything that you love. That's the yoga way.
We can do this. We do tons of stupid stuff with our adults.
All the time! Now in Warrior 3, will you get the shit out of these bratwurst bitches, okay? Okay. Warrior 3! Sorry, boot that. Sorry, boot that. Sorry, boot that. Sorry, boot that. I'm not even supposed to be here today! Hello, we're being attacked by little sausage men with concentrated sauerkraut for blood. They look like Adolf Hitler.
Damn yoga hosers.
Don't you move, you yoga hosers!
This is so basic. This is beyond basic.
I want to see it. I don't think I can convince anyone else to see it.
Not me.
See? And that's fine. I'm fine with that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I want to see it.
Kubo and the Two Strings.
Yes.
I think this is a new trailer. Let's watch.
Okay.
PG.
What was father like?
He was just like you. Strong, funny, and so handsome.
Ugh, mother.
But you got your magic from me.
I can fly? My name is Kubo. This is my story.
Your enemies aren't far behind.
Your magic is the only thing that can protect us. You need to learn control.
Release!
Do you ever say anything encouraging?
I encourage you not to die.
I encourage you not to die.
Don't touch anything.
He did it.
Come on, this way.
You got this. Kubo.
Do you need a little help?
No. Yes.
Nah, I don't know. I don't know about that one.
Maybe you need another trailer to get you over the hump.
What other trailer is there?
Well, I guess there isn't, so. But you just need that one more.
Imperium? Jack Reacher? The new Rogue One trailer whenever it releases. Actually, was that today? I think they were supposed to have a special today on the Star Wars one. I think we missed it.
Oh. Get that sweet, sweet footage.
I don't know. Oh, next week. I was like, wait, was it this week? No, it was next week. So they're having a where is it? Yeah, according to a TV listing, for the July 15th ABC special Secrets of the Force Awakens, a 3-minute trailer for Rogue One will be introduced. The 1-hour behind-the-scenes special will air at 8 p.m. Eastern Time on ABC.
come get you some.
However,
Oh.
Secrets of the Force Awakens isn't the only Star Wars event occurring on July 15th. Panel for Rogue One will be held during Star Wars Celebration in London that day, where many fans believe the second trailer for the anthology film will screen. Additionally, since the panel will be held at 4 p.m. GMT, which is 11 a.m. Eastern, 8 a.m. Pacific, it's possible the second trailer, if it is debuted at Celebration, could be released online prior to the ABC special. Given that Rogue One hits theaters this December, Disney has already begun the massive marketing push for the Star Wars spin-off. In addition to the trailer earlier this year, a recent barrage of information revealed plenty of new character information and confirmed Darth Vader will appear. James Earl Jones returning the iconic voice. Not to mention the confirmation that a character from Star Wars The Clone Wars will make the jump from animation to live action.
Wait, what?
Star Wars The Clone Wars character.
Okay.
One of them will make...
But they didn't say.
They didn't say which one.
Oh.
But they'll move from the animated series to the live action series in Rogue One.
Interesting.
So Rogue One, A Star Wars Story, official title, opens in U.S. theaters on December 16, 2016, followed by Star Wars Episode 8 on December 15th, 2017. Then the Han Solo Star Wars anthology film on May 25th, 2018. Star Wars Episode 9 in 2019, and the third Star Wars anthology film in 2020. Star Wars!
Can't get enough?
Can't get enough of Star Wars.
We need some more of it.
I'm just wondering how much the new trailer will change. The character art looks cool, though. The Entertainment Weekly things that they had. Or full-page character profiles. Did you see this?
No. Oh, no, I think I did. Those come out recently or a while ago?
Recently. Like, I think within the week? Last week? This week? Oh, there's even reshoots. Well, there's too many results popping up. Anyway.
All the results.
Anyway. I think I need to finish off with something like a different trailer.
What's it gonna be?
What is it gonna be? What's the newest one? Yes. Okay, Imperium it is.
Okay.
3 days ago.
Roll it.
You see the type of organization we have here? We could always use a man like you, Nathan. Educated, war veteran, clean record.
And so what's the overall objective?
This is revolutionary activity we're talking about here.
I need an informant. Get in there and make a difference.
We are a thinking man's soldiers. First here, and then here. We know where you live.
I don't have the skills for this. I can't even defend myself.
You do have the skills. Try relating to these guys as human beings.
We see what we want to see. But just because you're not looking at something
Get your hands off me.
doesn't mean it's not there.
You okay there, Nate? Look a little off.
big things that are coming. An event that wakes people up.
Massive terrorist plot.
It's morning in America, and there's a new day coming.
Are you a cop? These guys are fanatics. They will not be taken alive. For evil to triumph, it only takes good men. To do nothing.
Let me ask you something, Nathan. What's your opinion on infiltration?
Do you suspect someone?
It's just, it's like they say at these rallies. You look to the left, look to the right. One of these people is a snitch. It's the left.
Interesting.
Indeed.
I think I'm having an issue with this. There we go. What's going on? Okay, I think that's a sign.
Yes.
My computer's had it.
It's had enough.
It's had enough. So that brings us to the end of the show.
Full circle.
Inside
Thanks.
joke.
Yes. Thanks for listening to the podcast. You'd find us on our social media. Facebook.com/Taco Knights Podcast. And you can also email us with your question, comments, or anything else at TacoKnightsPodcasts@gmail.com. No at the beginning. So it's just TacoKnightsPodcasts@gmail.com. Correct?
Correct.
Yes. And you can also tweet us at Taco Knights. That is all.
Correct.
Correct. But yeah, thanks for listening. I've been Keikoa.
Bro Chachos. Bop.
And that has been Ben.
Who? Me?
Yes.
Oh yeah, I'm Ben. That's Keikoa.
That's me.
You said that already.
Thanks for listening. Till next time.
Till next time. Tron on VR. That's what I was going to say last time.
Okay.
So I said it now.
There you go. You got it right in.
Tron.
Right before the end. Good job.
Right before.
In before the lock.
Before.